See who comes over. Is it Saturday today? Yeah, it's Saturday. I don't even know what day it is. I don't do my care. No. Oh, cold. I have to put the heating on because it's a bit cold today. Well, I've made a little dread thing with a little angel feather on it. Thought it'd be quite cute. I've got these ones in. Where's my other one? There. I'm going to make some more. You can see. So we'll see if anyone comes in. I'll give it a few minutes. Actually. That's going to do me a dent. Hi Cheryl, glad you've come over. Because this will make sense to you. I'm just eating my dried bananas. I'm just waiting to see if some more people come in. If not, it doesn't matter. Because people can catch up with it later. I don't know, I think there's weird things going on the internet right now. But while I'm waiting, I'm just going to light my... I've lit this. And as I was lighting it, I was looking at the blue flame around Match, which I was saying the other day when I saw the sun yesterday. Hi, Doofy, is it? You know, when I saw the sun, I was like, oh my God, it's like blue in the middle. And I'm always going on about the blue colour. But, and when I said fire, like when you light a match, you will see the blue around there. And it's like, okay, the violet flame, that bluey electrical colour. And that's what I saw yesterday. Plasma. Fire is a lower form of plasma on 3D realm. So, anyway, that's what I saw. A lot of people saw me say that, and a lot of people said yesterday that they saw it as well. And I was like, oh, I just think blue Kachina sometimes. Just like, Anyway, I'm going to light my sage while I'm eating a banana, dried banana that I made the other day. I like sweets. I'm just feeling very excited. So while I'm waiting for a few more people to come in, probably all, you know, researching the old virus rubbish that's going about, won't they be? Yeah. So anyway, I do hate the smell of sage, so I do it, but I hate the smell of it. What's that about? I'm thinking I might just paint my nails while I'm talking to you because I've not done them for ages and I'm just thinking, pink or purple, folks? What do you think? You know me, Cheryl, I used to always have my nails done. Pink or purple? Looks like a dark purple, I'm thinking. I painted my toenails purple, so I'm thinking, don't know. I'm thinking purple. Mind you, I'll get too distracted. Anyway, I might just, yeah, pink, purple. I've got light pink or purple. I'm normally pink, I might go purple. Yeah, I might go purple. It's spiritual and it's my birthstone amethyst. So, I'm just looking for something, I can't remember what. I'm looking for my... I'll have to file them a bit, so I can't do it because I don't know where my nail file is. I'll have to do it after. Anyway, don't want to get distracted, do I? So, I've washed my dreads. They're still drying. I put the hairdryer on them a little bit, so they might look a bit poofy at the minute. But, yeah, I need to look at my birthstone. But like I just said, I've just made a little angel feather on one of them. I thought that looked quite cute. I like my metal beads. I've got some wooden ones, but I haven't tried them in yet. Anyway, I just wanted to come on. Right, this is going to bug me. Hang on. I need to go and find it. No. Sorry, I was looking for a nail file. You know when you get a little bit of a catch on and you think, oh my god, it's going to catch on everything. Got some sticks yesterday. I'll explain what these are for. Well, I'll explain now. When we went walking for exercise yesterday in the sunshine, which you should be getting on yourself, I said to my son, we'll go and get some sticks. We'll go for a walk, we'll get some sticks. Because he's broken some of his arrows off his bow and arrow in the garden. So I said, Mummy's got a whittling knife, you see. So I went, Mummy, we'll whittle you some arrows. I'll whittle you some arrows. So we've collected a few sticks and I'm going to whittle them in to some arrows. Hi, Dave. Wow, look at your... Yeah, but I've just washed them today. I'm a bit fuzzy. I was talking to Dave before behind the scenes, so I'll talk about what was sort of the conversation we had because it is a good convo, and I know there's people right in the chat now like Cheryl, the lovely Cheryl, who's been with me a long time on and off maybe, but it'll make sense to you. Where can I buy... Oh, my products? Do you mean the stuff I make like my earrings and stuff? Well, if you get me on Instagram, Dolly Daydream, just message me on there, or I don't know if Tapper's in chat. You can email me as well. Because there was a person who was after one of my meditating cushions and I've made it. This one's not for sale because someone wants this one, but this is the other one I did. Mine's here, you know, the one that I'm always sat with. I use it as a cushion and everything outside in the garden cushions. This beautiful one, a little bit different on that side. That's the bottom bit. Well, you can turn it anyway, and this is the top bit, obviously with a little bit of sparkle on it. And this, someone's already asked for that one. I have got a orange and a... I'll have to show the colours, are not finished, but I will be showing more on here because I said I'm going to make some more earrings up over the next few weeks. I just don't want people, you know, being all right with your money at the minute. We're all right with our money. Nothing's happening with the banks. We're going gold back, people. You know, I can just make some stuff up. Why people are still fearing a little bit. You know, you don't have to buy anything if you don't want to yet. I don't want people to think, you know, but if you're interested, these are all handmade. I do make my own jewellery. I'm going to be doing some dread beads for people who have dreads because, you know, it's jewellery in your hair. I am doing some more cushions. That took ages because I had to do something, then take it apart and then do it again. And I am making some more bags. You know, the bags that I make. For anyone who's new, I'll just show you one of mine. Just for the new people, because I know there's a few new people and they might be interested, because why shouldn't you show your talents off, you know? Nothing wrong with that. There's my sticks, so we'll take them out of the bag. Put them over there. So one of my bags is, and I'm going to be doing a lot more with positive quotes on them because you need to be sending positive quotes around everywhere. when you start getting out. My shopping bag, one of them was this one. Keep dreaming, keep believing. See, this one with the lovely red hair. I'm going to be doing more of my ladies with different coloured hairs and little quotes on them, because it is sending a positive message and a frequency out to people in the street. You're advertising a positive message. That's why I think the bags are good. And this was one of my, I think someone else, JP, got the other one to this, but this is my llama bag, my lovely llama, all handmade, hand stitched and made by me with all my designs. So just for anyone who's interested, you can email me, and you will find the emails on some of the other, my other chats if you go through live chat, or you can find me on Instagram, Dolly Daydream, and just message me on there if you see anything, or maybe you'd like me to make you something up. I do custom made things if I can do it, but I do it my way. So, you know, I do it the way I design it. So you're welcome, you know, and if you want to wait for a few weeks because you might be worrying about what's going on at the minute, that's fine too. Yeah, the llama. So I just wanted to come on because I'm so bloody excited for Earth right now. I could just cry with like joy, which is a good frequency, and I'm just so excited with everything I've been through, everything people are going through, the messages I'm getting off you guys behind the scenes talking, people coming to the truth and starting on the path with it. You know, it's not nice what you find out. And I know Cheryl, you messaged me today, thank you very much. And Dave, I'll sort of go through what me and Dave were just talking about, and then I'll just go on to other chats with how amazing this place is right now, and what the timeline that we're on is just a beautiful thing. Though to some it doesn't seem like it, but you need to start tuning into what is actually going on. And I'm not just talking about Q. I've said this before, Q is much more than people know. Magenta Pixie's done a really good video. I might play a bit of it in a bit. And she did say about the QAnon people, there's too many QAnon people that think Q's a saviour and it's only Q. I have always said, I've never said Q's a saviour. I said it's a tool to help you research what's going on. It helps you be the news yourself, research yourself. But we know there's an alliance, and we know we are basically winning. I don't put anything else out in the universe. We are. And that some people on the Q train don't even know that it's more than that. It's more of a spiritual awakening. There's more behind it than that, but that's okay. So I did just text to Magenta Pixie. It's not all the QAnons. It's not all QAnon people that think Q's a saviour and that's the only thing, because I've never said that. You've heard me say on here and here again, I'm in both realms. I know what Q is. I know it's a tool to help people research, but it's also much more than that. If you think of people say quantum computer, quantum field, I know it's more than that, and it's more to do with the awakening of the spiritual side of you, what we were never disconnected from, but I'll go back to that in a minute. So anyway, I want to say to everyone that comes on my channel, whether you're resonating or not, I love you all, and I think you're all fantastic, and you lot keep my vibes up as well, especially the people that have been in for a long time, and I call you the vibe tribe, because we're all vibing and we're all connecting on the same resonance, because we know behind the scenes, and this isn't where people get stuck with behind the scenes of politics. We all know it's not what's going on. We're not talking about that. We're talking about, meeting banana, the higher realms going on, and the energy and all that sort of good stuff. So I'll go on in that in a minute, but which I've always banged on about. This is why people need to really tune into themselves, and not saying that they're doing it or they're watching a video. No, you need to actually do it. The videos are there to help you, people who do them videos, to actually tune in, sit down and do it. Do the work thyself. People are just showing you how to do it, tips and tricks, but you need to do thy work thyself. Know thyself. So anyway, the other day, most of you in chat, and if there's anyone in chat not saying hi, come into chat. It's not a scary place. It's nice to see there's 12 people in chat, and there's only Chevrolet, is it Jufy, and Just Mod, which is Dave, saying hello. But anyway, there might be some newbies from other places. But anyway, I've had such a great just a couple of great weeks with the sunshine. But if you all know, and you've all been in chat, if you don't, you won't. But Dave, who's Just Mod there, came in the chat the other day and started shouting about, and we're laughing now, started shouting out about Trump. And if you're new to this channel and you don't like Trump, maybe you should just listen a bit. It's not really what you think it is. And Dave was like, oh my God, I've just seen Trump looks really ill and he's got the virus, and saying that he's having a test. And I was like, Dave, stop it. Like, he's not really ill. He doesn't look in the soul. Where are you getting your information from? Because you've really got to be careful where you're going for your information. So I said, I've seen that video. So Dave was like, where? So I got triggered, obviously. Everyone knows what I'm into on this channel and who I like and who I resonate with, but also I'm off in the other realms as well, because that's the most important as well. It's not just the 3D realm, it's 50. So I shouted out to Dave, didn't I, Dave? I was like, right, Dave, if you don't shut up, stop coming in here in my chat saying that. Like, got proper triggered, but triggers are good because it worked. I got triggered, and then I triggered Dave by going, if you don't stop it, I'm going to block you. Now, Dave's been in my chat for ages, but it was literally like watching something go, what the hell are you talking about? And I actually thought Dave was insecure and he'd been in for a bit, but he hadn't. So when I kept saying, have you seen this? Have you seen this? See, Dave's laughing now. We've just spoke behind the scenes. It triggered Dave, and you can ask him, he's in chat, or you can see what he's saying now. It triggered Dave like, oh my God. I think he said he felt a bit sick or something. He went white. He went, Dolly's like, basically slapped me around the face and gone, I've always said, don't listen to me talking about Q or energies of that. Go and research it yourself. You can't, I've said you can't come along and debate something saying it's not real in a book club. If you haven't, you can't be part of my book club and say you want to debate about the book, whatever book we're looking at, maybe this one here, this book. Yeah, let's use this as an example. You can't come in my book club and debate this if you actually haven't read the book. Meaning, if you haven't researched it from the beginning, there's not much you can really say. You can sit there saying it's a psyop because people you might be watching are saying it's a psyop, so you're brainwashed to think it's a psyop. But you haven't actually, I don't mean read this book, this was just a book I got to just be part of history, you know, that I've got the book, is to actually go on qanon.pub, qmap.pub and go and research it yourself. Actually yourself and go through it all. Not have a glance at it, actually go and try and research it for yourself. So Dave went over, because I didn't realise this, and he said, I didn't realise you'd been on Q from the beginning. I went, yeah. So then Dave went over and has been researching for the past couple of, I don't know, what did you say, days or a week or something, and has realised now everything's linking up, and has realised how the mainstream media play and how he's trolling the media and so on and so forth, and how we know about the banks and why he's got so many banks, and the other people who don't research will be going, oh yeah, well he would have wanted because he's this and he's a Jew and he's from the dark side and they're taking the money and we're going to no money system. No, we're not. We're going gold back, people. Also to do with the golden age. We're going to go back to gold. Silver and gold backed. They're getting rid of the Fed. They've got rid of the Fed. They've got rid of the Rothschilds. They've got rid of the central big banks. So, but people will still sit there saying, ooh, fearing the change. When change is here, we're on that timeline. Get with it. So Dave has actually, we've just had this long conversation about it, and it was like, oh my God, did you know this? I'm like, yeah. And now, because this is an example, Dave has gone and actually researched it. Not listen to other channels that are poo-hooing it. Like some channels I could shout out, but I'm not going to shout out. I just go around regurgitating what everyone's saying, but I don't actually research nothing, even within themselves. Dave has gone and done it because Dave knows about the spiritual realm. And then he went deep into the physical and has seen how they play the game. But Dave also knows, like me, it's much more than that. But through actually researching himself about Q, he's realised it all adds up and it makes total sense with what's happening now. And it is making total sense. And I'm sure Dave in chat right now can say that we had a good chat, and you can see through actually going doing it. So he triggered me and then I triggered him. But to trigger Dave, triggered him into actually going researching himself. I had a discussion with someone on Facebook yesterday that I went to school with yet again. They try and come with a debate when they haven't looked at nothing. They're sitting there regurgitating the mainstream media and regurgitating what the mainstream media say. Even about nurses and stuff, it's like you really need to go and do some research, because what's about to come, you're going to find it very hard. But we are here for them people. You know, I said to this person, I'm here for you when you find the truth out. I'm just trying to explain what was going on. You know, even though we want to say I told you so, we probably will be saying I told you so, especially when a JFK Jr. pops up, you know, whatever. But that's not that thing in an ego. It's like we were trying to help you. And I know it's hard, and I know it's not their fault, because so many people are so stuck into the 3D. They don't even believe in anything else around them. And I'm talking 5D. about 9 days been looking into Q and then studying Trump's speeches. Exactly, and that's what I've asked people to do. People who regurgitate the mainstream media are not looking. They don't understand what mainstream media is, how they lie to you. And when Trump is saying something, he's saying something completely different. When he's talking about the invisible enemy, he's talking about the enemy. He's talking about these people are a virus. Also, more above that, if you want to go to the Lumafati of above them and what lies right above them is a bit out of this realm. And that's what people are going to have a big brain fight with as well. But they'll all come to it because they're all on the path. This whole thing is about on being on your path. We're all going to get there in the end, but there's people that are stuck and people are here to help them. There's people, I've just thought, Pete, I've said this before, if you're feeling depressed, anxious or whatever, it's all because, I've said this before, depression is when you think too much in the past. The past has been and gone. It's all about the now. So you get depressed because you're constantly thinking about the past and what might have happened or what happened to you or what you were like to someone. That doesn't define who you are right now. Let it go. Anxiety is thinking too much of the future, what's going to happen. This is how the news works. We're trying to put you in fear. Oh, we're all going to die. Oh, it's the end of the world. No, you're all right now. That's anxiety. Let it go. You're always in the now. If you're okay now, in the now, you're okay. You don't need to be looking at what if this is going to happen right now, because that isn't what's happening right now. I'd like to say, look at the word depressed. They play with the words. Depressed. What's going on now with the enlighten your body, detox, be lighter, lighter in mind, lighter in spirit, all that sort of good stuff, is depression, depressed. You've been depressed. This just came into my head today. You've been depressed with that much shit and that much info and that much stuff that you're being told what you are and what you should do, controlled, depressed to a dense form within yourself, that you're staying stuck to old systems, old ways and old beliefs. You are coming from that when you're enlightened. When you start going on that enlightened track, you start dropping off. I've said this for months and months. It is like a rucksack on your back, and once you release that dense energy, depressed, it's been depressed, pressed down, and it's weighted on you. And I think, Cheryl, you just said today, the stuff that you've been looking at, you feel like you've been, what was the word you said? A weight lifted off your shoulders. Because that's what's happening with people. My sister said it yesterday. So I'm getting all these validations everywhere off numbers on here when I look at the live who's in chat with 33 Christ consciousness. My sister said she felt fuzzy the other day, and I said, what, are you okay? Because she's been going down the rabbit hole. She went, yeah. No, it wasn't that. She went, like a lightness is coming over me. People are ascending in consciousness. We're not going anywhere. We're still here. It's a consciousness shift. It's a place we go. It's a consciousness shift. Yeah, it was Cheryl, wasn't it? That's what you said. And I know people are doing this because people are getting in contact. We're not going off planet. We're here in this lovely realm. Yes, it's been hell on earth because something's been controlling us. We know what's been controlling us. There's little bit more behind it, but people will find that out in the end. It has been a war of our minds, depressing all that down to denseness. Denseness is very heavy. That's why people moan about, gravity and all this. Well, when you're lighter, you float, don't you? But when you're dense, you're too stuck to earth in the denseness of it all. You can't fly or ascend with the denseness of past shit and past trauma. You're letting that trauma go. You can let it go. Who's telling you can't let it go? The only one who's keeping that dense energy imprisoned in your body, which makes you ill from constantly looking at it and feeling it, is you. Let it go. Let it go. I've said before, I'm going to try and put it probably tomorrow. I said over the weekend, a little meditation. All you have to do is sit with yourself. If you need to visualize, because visualize is one massive big thing. Visualize, sat down quietly, when you've got some quiet time. Even if it's in the bath, imagine in the bath, you get quiet time in the bath. There's an excuse right there. And then imagine your past self or something that, makes total sense, thank you. Your past self or something that was hurt or you felt hurt that time or you did something to someone. Go back to then and send it loving light or a hug and then go, I release you. Then see it in a bubble of that memory and see it go over the horizon and pop, and it just pops into neutral energy. Energy is just neutral. It's not good or bad, it just is. But it's the intention you put on it. and release it and feel that release in your body and let it go. And then don't think about it again. That is not going with us in this new world of consciousness. There's a new thing on Netflix called Freud. Freud. I think it's Fraud. It's Dr. Freud, but it's Freud. It's called Freud. It shows you this. It's brilliant. It's a bit weird. You'll find it a bit weird and a bit odd. But at the end, when he says what he says of things, it makes sense to me. And I thought it was ace. I thought it was really good. It's a little bit freaky, but it's not freaky. But it's really good. And it might make sense to a lot of you. And there's also something on called, which was a bit batty, but it was a fun way of looking at it, I thought. What was it, Dave? I said before. I said Freud and what was the other thing? I know it's on Netflix now about ghosts and that, but it's done in a daft way with Satanists in it, which it shows us winning though. So we know we're winning against the dark side. But there is shadow self survives, and you are going through dark night of the soul right now, and that is part of us. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about that side of them. But then again, they are that part of us being played out really. So we come to the light because you have to see the dark to see the light, but it all has to be in balance. I can't remember what it was called. What was it called? I'm gonna have to go and have a look now. 13. That was it. It's called Extraordinary. I think it's a film or series. Extraordinary, about a woman who sees ghosts and stuff. But it's daft like, but it's good. I quite enjoyed it. But Freud is really good. Freud will make you think, and Freud, if you watch the end of it, what he gets told to do, obviously I'm not going to do any spoiler alerts, what he gets told to do of suppressing something just makes sense of how we have been suppressed as human beings here with the power that we hold that they don't want you to know. And you'll know what I mean if you actually get through it and watch it. At the end you'll be like, Andy was Jewish. And people freak out about that. But the real Jewish people know about the creator. Not the ones that they're trying to say, no, it's not the Jewish people, it's the Khazarian mafia that have been the mafia, the fake Jews. They're the people who pretend they're Jews, but they're not. These deep state people, what you want to call them. So if you know about that, some people might not agree, then you might realise that it's quite good. And I might have got mixed up the other day because I was saying about the Antichrist, and I didn't mean the Antichrist because that side are against Christ, so they will say the Antichrist because they're against it. But I think I was trying to talk about the Messiah, and the Messiah that go when we've been told in Q, Israel's for last. A channel once was talking about the Messiah and everyone freaks out. Some people think the Messiah is bad. It said a man who came, I can't remember what it was, a man who came and united Israel with the other side. The Muslims and all that are basically united and there's peace on earth because there will be. And Israel is being left for last because apparently way back, it's probably going to trigger some people. I'm not saying it's true or it's not untrue, but it's very interesting that the Muslims way back, with all that sort of stuff, are Jewish as well. So isn't that quite interesting? Just saying. Guess we'll see because Israel is being left for last, but everyone gets freaked out about that because they're not understanding what the true thing about that is. They just shout crap out all the time because they don't understand. They shout crap out about the Jewish people when it's not the Jewish people, the true Jewish people. We're talking about the Khazarian mafia. So when people start researching a little bit on that, they might really understand what's going on with that and why they've been shouting out certain things and why everyone shouts that name out in people's chat or did do. It's ridiculous. But anyway. So, like I said, I just wanted to say thanks to all you. I just think you're all brilliant. I like Vibe Tribe that come in, and there's a lot of you on other channels that are spiritual because all this stuff behind this is why Q has said it's biblical and there's things trickling out at Easter. I don't know if they're going to trickle out. I think they're just going to be banned out because it is time. It's going to give people a lot of trauma with what they're going to find out, but through trauma, through pain, if you hit rock bottom, you can only go up. It's a bit of a big push for the people who have been asleep, but it does bring you to the truth will set you free, which it does. Sounds a bit crazy, but it does, because all you people out there who may be full of anxiety and full of I don't know why this world is the way it is and it shouldn't be like this and I don't understand, is God bad and never, oh, I don't believe in that. It will bring you back to source create. It will bring you back to believing in a God, believe it or not, because when you realise how it's been controlled and why it's been controlled against our spiritual senses and our connection to the divine God, Allah, blah, 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 I don't know, whoever you want to call it, same thing. Um, then you'll understand more, and you'll understand that all the things you may have done in the past and not understood and full of anxiety wasn't you. We were programmed to do certain stuff, to be a certain way, to think a certain way through the controlling systems, especially mainstream media, because the television is tell lies in visions. And they did bring it in years ago as a hyper hypnosis machine, which it is because they realised that the majority of the world sit and watch TV with the families, and over time they realised that they could manipulate people's minds with the show on TV, the programming, that's why it's called programming, of what they put out with their agenda and their propaganda. And you can see that because you can see that happening right now. When Q has always shouted out, past proves the future or future proves the past, whichever way around it is, I always get it mixed up, but to me, it's both the same. You only have to look into the past, say, with a virus, that they've been putting stuff out so many years ago. It was this, then it was a Zika virus, then it was swine flu, then it was this, then it was that. And back way in the back day, it was a Black Death, it was Spanish flu, because that's what they do. Because these people, these secret societies have been in for a very long time. And they also put things out way back in the past to come into the future, because it's all to do with money, and it's all to do with numbers, and it's all to do with the economy, and it's all to do with them moving their stock markets around there. That's why they always end up rich. That's a fact. And that's how they do certain things with everything, not just with that side of it, with everything. So once you learn that it wasn't actually us, it isn't actually our fault, you start realising a few other things, and you start disconnecting from their programming and reconnecting to the true divine program, the universe. I just say the quantum field, the whatever you want to call it, source energy out there. I do believe free energy is coming with Nikola Tesla. I do believe that's not just free energy with that. I think it's, with things like bills and certain stuff going on cheaper. I think free energy was us being freed. There's many ways of looking at it, because we haven't been freed. We have been all part of a slave system. So free the energy, because everything is energy and we are energy. Also, everyone's going on about 5G. I don't buy into it, because if people know, when Trump said ages ago, people got triggered and say, why did Trump mention 5G and he's rolling out and he said something about 6G? It's because they took over that ages ago. That is a bit like Nikola Tesla power, free energy. It's not even meant to be that strong. That's why I believe some people might go, oh, what are you talking about? Seeing all them Chinese people drop dead on the spot, really, did you? People just drop dead on the spot like that, do they? People don't know about crisis actors and the way they want to chuck the propaganda out there, and it was on the mainstream. People don't fall like that. That was the crappiest acting I've ever seen in my life. I'll just put that out there. But when people start to realise they're going to start breaking apart, which is good, that sounds a bit horrible. They're going to start breaking down, having a breakdown. I had one. I think, Dave, you said what most people do. It's a breakdown of that outer shell. I've said before, we've been a caterpillar to a chrysalis stage in the dark for a very, very long time. Now the butterflies are cracking out of the dark of the chrysalis shell, the shell that's been around our beautiful spiritual self. Our DNA is changing and everything. Some people might feel that's whack. You can feel it. I saw it in the sun last night, the stars. Venus lining up with the crescent moon last night. I'm like, that in alignment. We're all getting in alignment. We're getting in alignment whether you like it or not. Some of you are at the beginning. Some of you are up here. No one's above anyone. We're just all doing it. All on the same timeline. We're on this timeline of the golden age. So I said people who were talking about, oh, it's doom and gloom. People who talk about doom and gloom, or people who are too into the other stuff, it's not about that anymore. Oh yeah, Sue's just sent me this because my sister sent me this the other day. Apparently there's a thing going round. Please inform all contacts from your list not to open a video called Dance of the Pope. Dance of the Pope. It's a virus that formats your mobile. Beware, it's very dangerous. But they announced it today on the BBC radio. Now that makes me laugh, because I said to my sister, if they announced it on the BBC and it's called Dance of the Pope, does that mean the Pope's been arrested? Is this because they don't want you to look, so they're putting fear out? This is what I can't make out. Someone who's got a really shit phone could really open that and see what it's about, because we know there's going to be televised stuff of truth coming out. So what way would they tell us not to open it? Oh, there's a virus. There we go again. But it's from the BBC radio. Dance of the Pope. I mean, it's like, I don't want to look in it, but it is making me think. But they can try all the shit they want, because it's going to come out anyway. But does anyone get what I'm saying with that? The Dance of the Pope? And be aware, because it's very dangerous. It's a virus that formats your mobile. Probably gives you all the truth. Be aware, it's very dangerous. They announced it today on the BBC radio. Now, if they announced it on the BBC radio, that's making me go, things that make you go, things that make you go, the things that make you go, We'll see if someone opens it and find out. Well, I'm not saying it's the truth. It could be a virus, but the BBC said that. Right, we know truth's coming out on different platforms, and and like in America, they're gonna do like they do an alert, don't they, over the phones by the president. I'm just saying, anyone on the same line with that? Because I'm like, really? Yeah, thanks, Dave. I mean, I've just watched them. They have settled down a lot now. I'm gonna have to count them because I can't remember how many I've got. But yeah, they're getting easier and easier. A bit frizzy up here. I keep trying to do it myself, but it's working. So. Yeah, if anyone's on the same lines of that, if anyone finds out about that text, it could be something like that because we know they're going to be in the dark soon. The Pope, the Vatican is ready. That's what I mean. I think they've arrested a lot of these people. They've arrested already. So to tell us that not to look at something because of the Pope, dance with the Pope. I bet he was dancing. Will be dancing because that mother has gone down. Do you know what I mean? With the rest of them. So things that make you go, There's lots of stuff going on. That's why I'm just so amazed. I'm just so excited. Can you not tell by my voice? I'm just like, I love this world we live in. I love that people are waking up. I love that I'm observing people waking up. There's a lot of people in fear, obviously. They knew this would happen. But eventually they are coming, and I've seen that with people asking questions. Asking, what is going, asking questions. They all will start on the journey like we did. And then the basic thing of what it's all boils down to, I believe, is the actual spirit side of ourselves, spiritual side, which is connected to source, God, whatever you want to call it, connected to the spirit realm of all spirits and beings that are here. That we're multidimensional. That's what I think it's boiling down to at the end of it. It's not just about Q. Q was a tool because, like Magenta Pixie said, there's a lot of, like I said before, people are onto Q that just think it's a savior. I never said that. I never said that. I said it was a tool to help us because we had to crack into some areas because we wouldn't have done it by ourselves because of the grip that side had on certain high up positions. So the people who think we would have cracked through it, no, we wouldn't have done. We've cracked through a lot through meditation, and people who've always done this for time, that's coming. But because it's been a world mass wanting of, we're having it, this new golden age of, heaven on earth, let's say. Some people think it's woo-woo. It has to happen, and it had to happen, and that's how it manifests onto 3D, and that is what's happening. The change is here. It's not coming, it's here right in front of your face. You stood right on the timeline now. That's why you've got to keep pumping positivity out, meditating, doing whatever it is that just sends a good ass frequency out because we're on it. They don't like good ass frequencies. You made my day having a live chat on the phone. Thanks, Dolly. You're welcome. I'll talk to anyone, and because I've known you in here for a long time, Dave, and the thing is with Dave, I knew you. Hiya, Florida, but I knew when you came in that day and I got triggered and then triggered you, I knew you'd been watching too many different channels. And I'm sorry, but Naughty Beaver's channel, if anyone watches it, I just have never resonated with that person. I used to like him, and then I realised, as Dave, you realise, he just goes around to everybody's videos, liking bits and bobs, putting his thing on it, and then goes back to the Nostradamus timeline. We're not on a Nostradamus timeline. So someone who sits in fear like that to me says someone's fear. And there's something, I don't resonate with his voice or anything. I just don't resonate in with it. Some of you might like it, but a lot of people in there poo-hoo Q because he put a channel up the other day that was in an automatic voice talking about Q, saying Q is the saviour. That's not a proper Q channel. I mean, it is saving some people, but it's helping you see that you're the saviour of your own reality because we are the ones we've been waiting for. I know that, and I'm into Q. So to put a channel up like that of just this channel that wasn't a proper big Q channel, wasn't the ones that go delving deep like, for instance, True Patriots like Amazing Polly and X22 Pot and all the other great channels out there and Q Universe and all that. This was just a little channel that was going on about, well, it might not have been a little channel, but in a automatic voice, like a robot voice, which I like some of them, but that's all he put up to try and prove that Q was rubbish. That to me is not researching. Why didn't he go to the qmap.pub, go right to the beginning from when Trump first got in and go through all of them? Why didn't he show people all the proofs on there? Didn't though. goes over to Cosmic Agency and goes on about that. I like Cosmic Agency, not saying I believe everything, but I like snippets of it. But just doesn't do the work itself, just feeds into it, and every time goes back to the Nostradamus timeline, which is brilliant. You know, let's just fear everyone. So I will shout that person out right now because that's what I saw. And I knew when Dave was going to these certain channels, because I've watched some of them, and like I said, I only resonate with the bits I need to resonate with. I knew what was happening. You were getting you were getting information overload and getting a bit confused with what was what. But until I said to Dave, look, if you don't stop it, I'll. Then he went over to Q and actually went and researched himself like that person should be doing, and now he sees it a lot clearer. So that's all I'm saying. You should research properly. You don't sit and listen to just people's chats, not even me, not anybody. You go and do the research yourself within and without, you know, and then you'll get more of a clearer thing that's going on. So we know that's all going around. We know there's shills on YouTube. I'm not saying everyone is, but we know there's people that think they understand and don't understand. Say that they know about stuff but don't actually do the work, which I think you do have to do the work to experience these things, because a lot of it is to do with experiencing and then you're expressing it. The spiritual thing we are going to is to express our spiritual selves, the expression from the divine. That's what we've not been able to do fully, because this side has always been in trying to suppress and depress our connection. That's how you get depressed, because depression is because I think you've always felt something and you're not understanding the realm we live in, the world we live in, the globe we live in, whatever you want to use, because that really doesn't matter. You know, there's too many people still fighting in the flat earth community, in the globe fluent community, when that's not really what's important right now. Yes, it does bring you to see, yeah, we know we've been lied to, but at the end of the day, even those people need to stop fighting. We've been depressed down. So when you've had the feeling of, oh my God, something going on, you've always known. Saw a little shooting star last night, only 3 meters off the ground, and that, well, there you go. There's a lot of energies flying about, and that's why I say if people are looking and tuning in and focusing on stuff, you are actually going to see it when you take the time off, getting your head out of the news constantly. You don't need to be in the news constantly. I keep saying it's about being aware. As long as you're aware and you get your head out of that, it's too much. And that's why I said to Dave, he'd had too much information overload. 17 in the house, information overload. You don't need it. Once you sort of got grips with stuff, you can start honing in and going within and honing in all that beautiful energy, because all I can see right now personally, what I'm experiencing in my reality, is people are sending me beautiful messages that they're waking up, they're starting to see that the virus is not what they're saying it is, and this, that, and the other, and then that will go and trigger them off to do this, that, and the other. And we're going to see that fall down, because it is falling down anyway. If you're looking in the right places, everyone's talking about it, realising we all actually have a virus in us. We do. We all have I don't know if they're saying it right, the COVID-19 in us anyway, in little bits. But people have it more. So obviously, if you're not well and you haven't got, I've said this a million times, if you've got a rubbish immune system, yes, it is going to affect you more. And yes, it can have worse things of death if you are you're not very well and you have a really, really rubbish immune system. A lot of older people, that's why it's been pumped out there, a lot of older people are dying. Yes, they do, and that's not nice, but that can happen with a really high strain of flu if you're not right. But they're the numbers that they're reporting on. They're not reporting on the real thing. And Boris saying he's got it is all a thing, because you can test positive with it. You can have that bit of a virus, so it'd come up positive. Doesn't mean that you've got it and you're going to die. But that's how they put the numbers out there. It's all scaring, all to do with fear. Also, a lot of children are scared. Yeah, because they're doing it because they're scaring children, they're scaring the teenagers. Some, I reported some would take their life if they have that horrendous, but that's what they do. Getting people in a fear mode. And then the kids get scared, the parents are scared, they don't know. And then it's that whole thing of the being depressed. The energy is being depressed right down to fear, because the lowest form is fear. And then the worrying other people and that. But the thing is, there is a massive domino effect happening with not fear, with love, because people are doing the rainbow thing of, pumping that out there. So this is why people need to see the truth, and they are going to see the truth, because then they're going to understand, I knew there was something dodgy about all this. But all this stuff also is very beautiful, the way everything's working out divinely. Q, it's not just about Q. The divine plan, 17 in the house, as I speak, is all this quarantine is for you to go within yourself, is for you to rest up, is for you to take the time off because of the news that's going to come. You need to be at home. You couldn't be at work when all this drops, but you need to do the work within yourself. Tell you what, I was so scared going to work Monday with my daughter, cried my heart out when the night I woke up and really thought about it, or just light bulb. Thank you, Cheryl. Validation there. Now, you probably got scared, but when you actually stick your head out of the door of what they're saying with other people walking around, kids playing in the street, it starts going like, what the hell is all this about? Because it's not linking up. It is not matching up. People are starting to put the jigsaw pieces together, which a lot of us did ages ago. That's where I've been cool as a cucumber, not even looking at the government guidance, because it's only a guidance and it's not law. Even though some people in the bigger places that we like are saying, oh, you must stay in, they're saying it for a reason, as of going along with looking like they're part of something when they're really not. And I really do think and people who've definitely not been in the garden in this sunshine, I'm absolutely bonkers. If you've been holding yourself prisoner and not even sitting in the garden, what? It's guidance, it's not by law. If it was by law, different thing. And people say, well, they're going to try and bring that in now. Well, we'll just see, won't we? But all I'm saying is a lot of people are scratching their heads right now. It's a divine plan. It's worldwide, so it's happening to everyone. All the sort of things that are happening to everyone. No, it's not fun with certain things, with jobs, and certain things with what people are going through and that. But we have to go through a little bit of pain to be shook up within our system. That also means your bodily system, to go where we want to go next. There's no point having a new world and a new way on a new timeline with all the shit coming with us, with all that shit coming with us, and bringing that along with us, even in when it goes down. All this stuff will be forgotten about when because you can't even take this stuff that you're going to find out will be dropped. This is how you're learning now to get rid of it, and how you get rid of it, because yes, it's not nice. Yes, you're going to find horrible things out, but if you take that within and hold it within, it's not going to do you any good. This is why we're learning how, when things happen, or we feel a bit low about anything, this is in the future as well, we go within ourselves and we learn how to transmute it and get rid of it. It's all alchemy, and that's how you do it. But because we've not been told about this, and we've not been told how to heal ourselves and help heal ourselves at different levels within yourself, your cells will start healing yourself. This is why so many people are ill, and they're eating the wrong foods. This time is a great time to detox. This is why I said I've totally come off the coffee, because I know it's acidic. What does acid do to you? We are supposed to be more alkaline. I don't know if we're supposed to be fully, it could be balanced, I don't know, but I know we're supposed to be more alkaline than acid. And if you think about acidy foods, what does acid do to you? It eats away at you. Meat is acidic, coffee's acidic, bread's acidic. There's quite a lot of oats are acidic. So there's quite a lot of things, but I'm saying if you eat too much of it, 'cause everything's about balance. If you're someone who eats, if you get a book or you look up acidic food, if you're someone who constantly eats a lot of that weekly, you need to balance it out with fruits. They'll say, oh, fruits are sugars as well, it's bad for you. Natural sugars in fruit is good for you. An orange was grown on a tree in the sunlight. That's like eating light. Very good for you. So you should be trying to get more fruits down you at this time. This is why I went on the green tea. I have fruity teas anyway. And I dried my fruits and, oranges and lemons out the other day, because I got a food dehydrator that you can get on eBay. They're soft now, obviously, because they've been in my tea. But lots of fruits and that. I've come off the coffee because I've never really liked it anyway. It's just that I'm programmed, and I'm trying to break free from it has took me a lot of time. You've heard me say before, I'm not drinking coffee, I'm back on it. I'd brought it down, but I still couldn't get off it. Now I'm off it because I'm like, no. I prefer these. These are lighter. They feel more light in vibration, which they are. And when you have a bit of the flu anyway, naturally, you should be drinking more warmer drinks, and I wouldn't even say teas and that. I'd say get some fruit teas down yourself. Get some green teas and dry some fruit out and stick that in your thing. Like thought drying bananas. There's my dried bananas. I've just been eating them when I came on. They're nice, yeah. They're like sweets. Smelly bananas, stink of bananas, but yeah, dried bananas. So lemons in the morning. I have a bit of a shot of a lemon now. Try and squeeze it out. I need to get a lemon squeeze really, because it doesn't really work, but pure lemon juice is gorgeous. You've got time to detox now while you're off. And if you are working, we've got the key workers out there, which is brilliant because they're keeping the economy together. But hot baths. I would say tips that I do to keep my vibration up are More and more so, stop feeding into mainstream media, stop looking at it. Once you know bits, you can look, but I'd say if you do a bit in the morning, you don't need to be looking at the news all day, because if you do, it's going to bring your immune system down. You're going to make yourself ill. Stick to a few channels that give you high vibrations. I've always said that. Or anyone you resonate with, the bits that you resonate with will keep you in a good vibe in. Yeah, me, yes, you're a key worker. See, you're doing your part, Cheryl, because you're keeping the economy going. So don't feel like you're doing nothing, because you're very important as well. I will say that. But there's a lot of things going. You're seeing there's people realising that you can homeschool. There's people realising, I mean, the schools are still putting crap out, and I'm not thinking I'm just going with flow with my son, because at the end of the day, he's out of the indoctrination system, and I'm quite happy about that. It's quite nice to see it. Kids aren't going to fall down just because they might be out of school for a few weeks or maybe a couple of months or till summer. They're not going to fall down. As long as you're doing a bit of reading and a bit of stuff that you would normally do, I don't think they're not going to, you don't forget what you've learned. I haven't forgot what I learned. If I learn something new on YouTube and I learn it, I learn it. I don't forget. I'm not going to fall behind. My son isn't going to fall behind in his reading or say he can count to 100, that he's going to all of a sudden forget that he can count to 100. Your brain's like a computer. It's all stored. So that is, to me, is an absolute load of twaddle. They learn more through playing, even without knowing they're learning. I used to be a nursery nurse. So, you know, there's many different ways they can learn through play every day, through helping you in the kitchen, weighing food out, all sorts of different ways. You know, fun. Fun. They want fun. They get bored when they're not having fun. But we know why they've put all this on the kids lower and lower. Because they want the kids depressed down. And that's why you'll get a lot of kids with anxiety and depression these days, because of the system. The system's been took down now. So when we go back to a new way, it might take, I don't know if it's going to take time, and new systems might come in. That's where people get freaked out again. Those systems have been taken down. I think we're going to have more holistic ways of looking at schooling. Maybe more homeschooling for the people who can do it. Maybe we won't work. There's beautiful ways that are coming in and going to come in, and you can feel it. Hang on 1 minute. And it's mirrored back. So if the system's going down and we're having a new system, it's a new system within you. This system, we're looking at detoxifying these negative energies, entities that have been parasites to us, the way you think. We are reprogramming our mindset. Cheryl, you know I've banged on about this for ages, because I know you do get anxiety and you've talked about it on your channel. This is a whole new way of thinking. This is why I say too much information is not going to do your mindset any good. Too much information is not going to help you. Like, people send me stuff now, go, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen? Yes, I've seen it, and I've seen it on other channels, but it's just, I don't need to see any more, because I'm relaxing with all that stuff, even with Q, you know, even when the rest start to be seen. I'll talk about bits of it, but I want to help people with the other side of it, because too much information is just, that's even giving your mind like no break at all. No break at all. Yes, it is the age of Aquarius, exactly. Waters above and waters below are merging. Everything's merging into balance. And that's what's happening. And like I said yesterday, looking at the sun last night with the blue in, looking at the stars, communicating everything, like all of a sudden they've brightened up. I'm like, yeah, you can tell something's going on. It's beautiful. I'm just absolutely, I mean, every day I wake up and think, I just never thought I'd get to this age and all this was going on. But I also find it quite amazing as well at the same time. You find a load of shit out, but you do sit there thinking, this is why I don't watch TV, you know, why would you watch Coronation Street? That's all bull crap anyway. And that's part of them lot. So you just sit here thinking, wow. But the main biggest thing is you need to get this prepared. Q wasn't really talking about preparation of food and, because everyone thinks this virus came and it's prep for food because we're going down the New World Order, you know, the bad one. And this is happening and it's the end of the world and it's the apocalypse. That's seen through the veil of seeing through the bullshit. It was to get your mindset prepared and keep it like that, keep it flowing, keep it like, right, we've seen this, right, we're aware of that, right, now what do we do? Now what do I do within myself to release myself from bringing myself down, you know, and getting in depression or anxiety? How do I help my body? How do I transmute this energy within? It's all about the transformation within us. I'd rather chew wallpaper than watch TV. I know. I'm glad you don't watch TV anymore. I don't watch nothing. Nothing. But last night, I did have a sneaky peek at because my mum told me and I started laughing because I thought it was hilarious. She went, "You do know Star Wars is on? The Force Awakens." I went, "That's not a coincidence. They've just put The Force Awakens on TV, is it?" Because the Force is awakening at a really high rate. Also, apparently Bob Dylan or someone, I thought it was Bob Geldof, I don't know which one's supposedly dead, Bob Dylan, has brought a new song out and going on about JFK's assassination in a song or something like that. And I thought, that's not a coincidence, is it? He's singing about his assassination. That's communication through the other side, because they know what JFK was trying to get out to the nation 6 days after they killed him was secret societies. So they know they're all going down. And people go, funny that, innit? Talking about JFK, yeah, well, they're talking about the Kennedys. It's always been waffling on about the Kennedys. Claim to fame, it's not, but you know my picture. You know how long I've been showing this picture for. JFK Jr. Whoop, whoop. Thank you. Thank you, Q, the Q team, everyone involved, POTUS, JFK Jr., the lot. Family, everything. But that's another thing about the Q posts is have a lot to do with the Kennedys. A lot of evidence to do with the Kennedys. So, you know, I know I love that picture. I guess I can never sell it. It'll be worth just so much. To me it is. Bob Dylan's 17 minutes long. Oh, was it 17 minutes long, you see? That's them communicating, Q. 17 minutes long. Kennedys. What did the Kennedys say? He was trying to bring out the secret societies, the visible things you don't see. And then 6 days later, he gets assassinated, but we all know he was murdered. They have tried to assassinate Trump very many times. Not worked because he's insulated. He's not protected. He's insulated. So when people match that up, oh, it's a coincidence. No such things as coincidences. No such things. All this is happening for a reason. It's not just happening for a bad reason. It looks a lot bad to a lot of people who have still got their head stuck in the virus. It's a divine plan of us waking up. You know, I do look at it like when they're going about the fallen angels, we fell asleep. We fell asleep in consciousness. That's how I see it. We fell asleep in consciousness. We are now awakening. The Force awakens. Because the Force is awakening, it's a force to be reckoned with. It's a storm. So they can't pull no bullshit over our eyes when the whole world wakes up, and that's what's happening. Most of them are woke up anyway, so I don't even think it needs to be the full, because, a bit like you said, there might be a percentage of people that don't wake up because they don't want to. They don't want to see the truth. They're scared of, like, having to backtrack and say, oh my God, like, you know, a bit of the false ego will stop them because they don't want to see that they've been fooled. But it's like, yeah, but we've all been fooled. Just get over it. We've all been fooled. We've all come to that assumption, you know. But it's a beautiful, that's why it's called the Great Awakening. Oh, I can't even express how I feel right now. I'm so in awe of people messaging about certain stuff. Even a friend that was a friend of my sister's and a bit stubborn like me in certain ways, and I never thought she's been looking at stuff, and I went to New York with her, and I couldn't say about certain things when she was going on about the Rockefellers, and I was like, oh my God, she doesn't understand, but I can't say because these lot are not into Trump. They don't believe in that. They'll just go, oh my God, they take conspiracy. And then she came back and went, I apologise. I didn't. The biggest word is, not she apologised, is she said, I apologise. I didn't know it was this deep. I went, I love you too. We're trying to help. WhatsApp. Who is it? Martin Nellen hoaxes back warning about Dance of the Pope. What were they saying about Dance of the Pope? I've just read that out saying about on your phone, but then I was wondering what it was because the BBC have put it out. So is it the BBC trying to pretend don't look at it because they don't want you seeing truth? Because I think Dance of the Pope, we all know he's gone down. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of people have had it. I got it, I think, at the beginning of the week, but I'm also wondering when they're mentioning the BBC, I'm like, right. So who knows? But like I say, when people come to the conclusion that the media is the lying machine, and then they come through other truths, and not nice truths, and then they go on and they go on and then they realise about the whole spiritual side of things, and that's the beautifulest thing that's coming. That's what I'm just amazed. I'm seeing people I watch on YouTube, didn't notice before, they've got all orbs flying around them, light coming out of them, like that I show on here, because I know that's the energy so strong, it's your energy as well. We admit light and energy and healing energies and all sorts. And we all hold these powers, you want to say, like telepathy and all this stuff, we hold it. They don't want you to know that. It's just amazing. I can't express how I'm feeling with all this beautifulness that some people think looks like chaos, but it's not. Some people think it looks like madness. I mean, it is mad out there. Like I said, it's like this a zombie apocalypse out there. I don't actually like going. I mean, I'm a bit of a recluse anyway, but I don't actually like going out at the minute. I'm like, oh my God, these people. It's not their fault though. They will come to it, but you know. Oh yeah, we're still buddies. I was talking to Dave before, and it was good that I got triggered, that he got triggered, that triggered him to look at Q, and then he's, you know, yeah. Well, Bill Gates won't be controlling anything, will he? Because he's gone down as well. That's what they wanted to do. They control the population by the vaccines and killing everyone off and all that stuff. So, yeah. But like I said, I'm trying to come away from all that crap now because I said to Dave today, I think I said to you, Tapper, the other day as well. The thing is, there's great channels doing all that out there. I don't want to be like a news channel of all that because it's not what I ever really looked at. I always just brought the snippets that I like, but also that's there for people. I want to try and get stay in the realms of what we can do, how we're healing together, and tips and tricks and things that I do, and sharing what other people do. Like I shared Mark Bajeski, and Cheryl, you were saying you loved that, and it does make you feel better. And you said you felt a lot of you know weight coming off your shoulders because all the other stuff is just going to bring you down anyway to get too into it. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I can't wait for all this stuff to come out and Easter and whatever's coming with that because you can feel it in your bones anyway. And I will be talking about bits of it, but I'll still be on about the other stuff because that is very important as well. I'm not going to be constantly talking about the virus and all that because we all know what's going on with it. Most of you do, and most of you scratching your head now. So I'm not going to be talking about that because I don't feel it's what I want to be doing. I want to be showing you through my art and my creativity of that frequency. We'll be talking about the other realms of like what's been going on with the stars at the minute, what people are seeing. The thing that I saw the other day, which I don't know what it was, but I saw something. I know it was. Oh, and also this made me laugh today because people are saying they're seeing the International Space Station. I'm like, right. I saw this and thought it was quite interesting because in the realms of maybe extraterrestrials coming from different lands or whatever, they've always said in that side of things that they'd come here to see Liberation Earth, which I keep calling Liberation Earth anyway, because we are being set free. And I saw this and thought, that's interesting, isn't it? I just, found this quite interesting. Where is it? Just found it. I like to be right outside the box, and I'm not ashamed of being right outside the box, and I'm not scared to talk about things right outside the box because who knows? Who really knows? So, where is it? Oh yeah, this. Reported on Science News, right? So these are supposed to be, what are they? New fleets of private satellites are clogging up the night sky. Oh, okay. It says global internet satellites are photo bombing telescopes and messing with astronomers' research. Really? SpaceX is launching thousands of internet satellites, illustrated there, into orbit in the night. It's funny because they look like what people have been showing some, apparently, ET ships look like with going up like that. I'm just saying, I'm just putting that out there because I was like, really? Yes, my email's there in chat in case anyone wants to message about any creative stuff, but I'm like, really? I just found that quite interesting, let's say. But yeah. But yeah, I just want to say thanks to all the Vibe tribe that come in here, because you feed my positivity as well. Because I love all the people I mean, I love you all anyway, but I do love you all when you come in and you're like, oh my God, I saw the stars and I've been feeling this energy of the energy chat, because this is important as we go into as we're on this timeline and go into that future timeline, because it just is. And I know a lot of you know what I'm talking about, even if I can't express it or explain it properly, because once you do the work, you know this anyway, and it all makes sense. So beyond the veil of Q and all that is all the stuff that's coming there, and it's just a beautiful thing. And like I said, all this craziness is going on. I'm just like, yeah, but you can feel new things coming. Looking at Venus lately and looking at the sun. I mean, they're going about the blue Kachina. What was that? If anyone saw it, what? I'll do an example right now again. The sun last night, when I looked to it, had blue in the middle. I mean, what? A portal? A lot of energy coming out, but people say it's a portal. Like this. That blue-violet light. When I'm always talking about blue. I'm constantly talking about blue. So, let me just get it. Can't bloody light it now. Bloody rubbish. Bloody. Right. So the sun was orange like that last night there. And then there's the blue violet light. That was in the middle of the sun yesterday that I saw. I think some other people said they saw it as well. So, and it's funny because that's blue and red, and that's how stars are shining blue and red. You can see the energy of blue and red. Blue and red, negative, positive, blue and red, feminine, masculine, blue and red. So many things with the blue and red, but that's what I saw. That's what I saw. So to me, there's a lot of energies going about, and it's happening above as well. Within, and that's with the stars, the moon, and the sun are within our realm anyway. So I know there's lots of stuff going down here, and that energy's down here as well, and I can see it because I'm feeling people waking up, people coming to their senses, meaning their senses. We've got 6 senses. It's just beautiful. I just can't wait for more people when they actually get to the stage where they're actually realizing about their energies and what they are and how you control your mindset and you control your cells and you become the news within yourself, and you can, you can tune in and know what's real and know what's not real. Love you, Dolly. Shout out to all the anons and silent majors. Where we go one way, go all silent major. Big brother bright. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Alfie. Thank you. Yeah, where we go one way, go all, to all the anons worldwide. Because like I said, it's a massive part of the awakening, but also there's something really massive behind all that. And I think once the others begin to wake up, because this is gonna happen, but 2020 is the 2020 vision of the truth. But say Easter, all this stuff comes out, we're still going to be going into 2021, 2022, going through this and going through the emotions of it and helping people, and we're all going to be helping each together, and then all these new structures that are going to be put in, we're all going to be doing it together. It's a ripple, it's a flow. We don't just go, yeah, we're on that timeline. I mean, we are on that timeline, but it doesn't just, everything comes in like that. It comes in like little waves, I'd say. So I've said people are not shocked straight into it. People can say, yeah, they have. No, these ones who are waking up now, yes, a little bit, but it has come in like waves over the time. That's why people keep saying, well, why has it not happened fast enough? Why do they keep saying it's coming, it's coming? It's had to come in on waves. So people go up with things, and they go down, ebb and flow. Then they're like sine wave. Then they're like, oh, and then they go back up again. They go down like with a few bits of news to find out, and then they go back up. It's had to come in like that. So we get to the point where we're at now, chilled, and we're waiting for this lot to come over. And now what we're doing now, which is what I'm seeing happening, and that is proof, because my sister's come over and her friends, and we're talking, and they're saying certain stuff, and I'm like I've just said to you, Cheryl, today, it's all right. It's going to be all right, though. We're going to help you to calm down. We're pretty calm. You want to know why we're calm? Because this is how we do it. Blah, 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 blah. We'll help you to go to other sites that are good at different things that might help you. You might not help everyone, because everyone learns different, and everyone uses a mechanism to calm them down in different ways. What might work for me might not work for you. But I could say this person's really good, and whatever that is might work for you. Because we've all had different sort of levels of trauma, even though trauma's all the same. I've said this before, it sounds mad. If someone passes over or someone was in or whatever, that pain still of even a relationship compared to someone who died, that pain that you feel is still the same pain. So same trauma really altogether is trauma, pain is pain, but out of that you'll rise like a phoenix, like you were saying, Dave, out the ashes, and that's what we're doing. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing to do. And to be constantly pumping out positivity is good, even especially in this time. Is you've just got to check in on yourself every day. If you feel that this is the biggest advice I'll give you, if how I get through it all, and I'm a single mum doing this on my own and whatever, is you check in on yourself. Right, why am I feeling this? I'm feeling triggered. Oh, I got a bit triggered today. Right, so I'm going to look at this. I'm reflecting. Right, oh, that was it. Right, okay. But I'll let it go. Anyway, oh, I'm feeling a bit tired. Right, well, I'll go and rest now. I'll go and have a hot bath with Epsom salts in. I'm going to go and chill out. Not looking at the news. Chilling out with nothing. No devices on. Chilling out, feeling the water. Putting some intentions out there in the water. So when the water goes down the bath hole and back into Gaia, it's putting that out there. Rogan's up, gang. Rogan's what? Do you mean Rogan? Because I fell off him a bit ago. Is that who you're talking about? I don't know. And you're checking on yourself every day. If you're starting to feel angry about something, what are you doing? Are you watching the news? Are you doing something? Right, come away from it. Step away. Go in the garden. Go and chill out. Go and bake. Go and maybe watch a good ass film. I've said this before. Go and watch someone you really like on YouTube that lifts your spirits up. Go and draw if that's what you're into. Go and learn something new. If this is time when you're at home in isolation, go and learn something new. And put some candles on. Maybe do some tarots if you've got all that. Read a book. Start tuning into yourself. Go and meditate and get rid of that feeling. See it in a bubble, like I said before, and push it out and let it pop into just neutral energy. You can do all this. You've got time to do it now. Yes, being aware of your thoughts, but letting them pass as you are, not your thoughts. Exactly, Floridora. You are not your thoughts. When you sit there and think you are something because someone said you were something in the past or something happened in the past, that's why I've said that's depression. You've been depressed down with all your thoughts of the heaviness. Lighten yourself up and release it. If you have to release, if this thing's gone in your past, that's why I said you can do this meditation. I'll just say it again. Sit down somewhere comfortable. If you can't sit down, if you've got bad legs or anything like that, lie down. Lie down on your bed, lie down on the floor. Start to breathe in through your nose very deeply. 3, I do 3. And then breathe out through your mouth 3. Keep doing that till you feel quite relaxed. Feel your body from your feet up to your knees, to your thighs, to your tummy, to your chest, to your arms, to your fingers, everywhere, and feel everything relaxing down. Keep doing that, and then visualize. Visualization is massive. Visualize something in your past that you keep thinking about, regurgitating, that keeps you sad. See it and change it. You can change it right there and then. Watch it happen, or send loving, I always put like pink energy around it and just say, I forgive you, I love you, I forgive you, let it go. Or see it as a different scenario, like if it was someone bullying you, you just saying, well, you just could go up to the person and go, I forgive you, or you just go and give that person a hug in the imagination and just let it go. Then see that bubble fly off, like I said, pop into energies, just neutral. And as soon as it pops, that's it, release. You don't think about it again. You are not what someone said you were. You are not what your parents say you are. You are not what society says you are. You are you, your true authentic self. Be your true authentic self. Let all that go. Why are you living in the past of what someone told you? Be it friends, family. You know thyself. Know thyself. Let it go. If you have to do this quite a few times, do it till you feel that release go. Do it of all the situations that you think you brought with you and baggaged in a bag on your back. Let it all go. You're not going to climb that mountain of ascension of consciousness if you've got a heavy load on your back. Release the load. All of it. You don't need it. Why? And I'm just talking to people. Why are you looking at stuff in the past? Just let it go. You don't need to bring that into right now. All it's doing is dragging you down. When all you do is have to snip the cord away. Visualize you snipping the cord away. Visualize a big net with everything in it of all the shit that you're always constantly thinking about. Sit there, breathe in, big pair of scissors and cut it and see it floating off and popping. All of it. And then stop it. Stop regurgitating it. Stop talking to people about, oh, this happened in the past. Horrible to say victim mode. You're not a victim. As soon as you snip that free, you're not a victim. It's making you think you're a victim. Release it. It doesn't define who you are right now. You want to change, you want to be, because this is what we're doing, transformation within yourself. You be who you want to be. Nothing is stopping you being the person you truly want to be. Only yourself, of your thoughts, of somebody or something that was telling you. Like I said, parents, family, friends, social media. Stop watching the shit and stop feeding into it, and deplug yourself from the matrix and start replugging yourself back in with good ass energy. That's all I'm saying. I don't even know what I was coming on here to say, but it was basically to thank everybody that comes into chat and the newbies as well. You know, whether you're just tuning in for a frequency, because that's what it's all about. I'm going to pull a card now. And like I said, for the people who didn't see, the next cushion is made, and I love this one. I want it for myself, but I'm not having it for myself. I've got mine. I'll make another one. I've got a few more coming. These are little cushions, floor cushions, meditating cushions. I sit on these because I have a bit of a funny ankle bit of bony ankle. When it hits the floor, it just doesn't feel comfortable. So if I sit on one of these, it just raises my ankles up a little bit. These can be for cats, kids. I call them meditation cushions, floor cushions. They're lovely garden cushions. They're all handmade. They're all recycled, handmade, hand-stitched. That's why they take ages, with a lot of love and a lot of positivity. And they're really nice for cuddling. The person who gets this has got all my energy all over it. But just saying, yes, they are very girly. If any men did want them, I'd have to wait till I got the material in. But I could make sort of darker colours, if you like greens and earthy colours. So yes, I guess I could do some manly ones, what do you want to say, because I know there's a lot of men out there that meditate as well, but I'm going to be bringing the more spiritual side of things. I always have done, but with my stuff I am making more earrings up and starting to pump that out, because I did stop for a while when all this hit, and a little bit before, and I'm starting to get back into it now, but I'm not bothered at the minute because I know people are holding on to the money at the minute, so that doesn't bother me. But if, like I say, a big stash for the future, because we all know businesses we're going to be coming back with a bang, and people are going to be looking, I think people, through the reset, people are going to be looking for genuine people, and there's a lot of people out there that I know, obviously, with handmade stuff, love that sort of stuff. I'm not just bigging myself up and talking about everybody. They're going to be looking for genuine, well, the thing is, the people are going to be genuine now with businesses, because all the corrupt asses are being taken out. So, we're not going to have any of this fake stuff, or, oh, this is going to charity, when really we know it's not, or that sort of stuff, before. Like I just said, for anyone who's got dreads or they put plaits in the hair, I have just made, where is it? I have to look for it now, I don't even know where it's gone. I have just put in, oh my God, where is it? I don't even know where it is now. I'm trying to feel it. Is that it? I'm going to be making some dread jewellery as well. This one's got a little angel feather on it, just there like that. So, yeah. Don't be pushy or in a rush. What do you mean? I love them. Yeah, and I sell these cushions. Like I said, I'm making 2 more up, and the colours are, at the minute, I'm trying to figure out where I've put them. And it won't be like, oh, can I have this colour, can I have that colour? It's what colour comes up of what I've got in. So one of them's going to be this sort of colour. This is really nice, like a green, I don't know what colour this is. With orange in it, that's a bit of thread. Little pom-poms on. This is going to be a bit darker, but it's nice. And then another one that's coming is a bit shabby chic, which is bits of blues and bits of pink and bits of green. It's going to be more of a white one. But yeah, and they do take a long time, so it does take me quite a while. But while we're all isolated and staying in, I'm like always making stuff anyway. And I've got some rings coming as well. I haven't got mine on today. Forgot to put them on. I normally always have my rings on. Yes, I'm going to have to count these and see if you can guess how many got in, because I took some out the front. My dreads are doing really well. They're easy to sleep on now, because when I first had them done, oh my God. I've just washed them, so they're all fresh for the people who think you can't wash them, and they're just drying off. I put a hairdryer on, but they're drying off naturally. Could have done with being a bit sunnier today, like it has been, because I would have just sat out in the sun. But yeah. I love the meditative bag. Meditative bag? What meditative bag? Do you mean the cushion? Yeah, you can use them for pets. Like I say, they're pretty big and they look really cute, and you can use them outside in your garden. You know, floor cushions. So yeah. Long live Fusker. Dun, 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 Fusker. We need to do it like, how would we do it when they were doing all that? We'll have to do an F. The F bomb. Fusker. Vincent Fusker. Let me do some cards. I'm just happy. I'm just seeing what I'm observing now is just so beautiful. And I've been saying to someone that I speak to that it's all like, yeah, you can't, it doesn't matter. It's like, no, observing the Great Awakening is absolutely amazing. And I can't even wait to observe it more as they get into the spiritual side of things. But I'm finding it absolutely amazing. And that's why I've dropped off a lot of looking at too much news and this, that and the other. Yeah, Brian Harvey's he's a true patriot as well. I told Brian he's going to get justice because all this is coming. No, maybe not justice the way he thought, but with all the a-holes going down and all the corrupt asses and the paedophiles and all that. Yeah, it's just great. So yeah, I'm just, oh, and the sun's coming out. I'm just ecstatic. I really am. It's that energy. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. And people are going to see who the players were, as in even people that you think were good in a sense, even all over YouTube. You know, you've had these big massive YouTubers like, oh yeah, you know, they like probably paid for their own picking things, but you're going to start, it's already showing you anyway. It's showing you with the bog rolliitis who are the greedy people, who are the people that you might even be friends with. You think, oh my god, seriously, like, you stashed all that food in your house. Who are the people when it comes down to stuff who don't want to share with others when it's about others? Is that you? Alfie isn't you, is it? Or are you coming from I should talk to Brian really behind on Skype again. Not spoke to him for a bit because I've just been chilling out. I'd have to go and see if he's on Skype at some point. But that's why I said I won't always be on Brian's chat because I am doing my thing, you know, and I'm chilling out with the whole thing. But people are seeing stuff go down and it's amazing, and you're going to see more. And like I said, prepare your mental mind. It's all about setting your mind free from their control and governing yourself. So let's pull some cards out. And don't forget the Freud on Netflix, really interesting, the end of it. And you've got the other one I just shouted out before, which I can't remember. There's still 17 in the house, accusing the house. And talking about Brian Harvey, when we laughed and said E17, it's 17. I mean, yep, the plan, exactly. And it's not just trusting the plan of Q, there's a plan within you, and there's a divine plan that is, it's just amazing how all this is coming in. And also 17 in chat. Yeah, the 17 in my chat up here. If you've not noticed, when I shout a number out like 33, that's validation. But now it's gone to 18, JFK Jr. Validation of stuff, because universe talks to you through numbers, talks you through a lot of things. God, if you want to say. It's gone to 17 again. Also, I got sent something off my dad. I don't know where this was from, but the people who are into the Bible will love it anyway, because we know it's biblical and all this sort of stuff. Oh, Trump assassination. What's going on there? What's going on? What's my dad sent me? Oh God, it's Solvent Greenies. Let's watch this with me. We know Solvent Greenies is brilliant.
I watched them fight and I watched them fight and die in the name of freedom. They speak of liberty and justice, but for who?
Bloody music. The eagle. It's a Trumpster. Twitter. Remember, he got his stuff out on Twitter. They couldn't stop him. There's CNN. What we're going to do with CNN? Go on, Trump. Go on. What are you going to do to CNN? Go on. Go get them. Go get the mainstream mafia media. Go on. I love these videos from Solvent Greenie. If you haven't been over to the channel on YouTube and Twitter, you need to go over. It's so funny. Been at it for long. There's a virus. Look, he's killing the virus off. There we go. Come on. Yeah, Baron the Banisher. Exactly. JFK Jr., the Punisher. Go on. Get him. Go on. If you don't know, CNN are being sued as well. Go on. No more bullshitty media. Solvent Greenies. Oh, is that a Democrat? Oh, there you go. Oh, and go on, get the Democrat. Whoa, there you go. See you later. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, a big flash of light. There's the eagle. Soaring like an eagle. Yep. Oh, it's all coming. Oh, the boss. Well, I've got a Trump t-shirt. It says the boss on it. Yeah, I'll be wearing it. You just wait. Oh my God. Oh, Cheryl's just said she can't find my Instagram page. You should be able to, unless they've tried to flipping hide me on there. It's Dolly Daydream, so you should be able to find me. I'll find you, Cheryl, on there. POTUS, yes. So, Julian Trump, yeah. Well, we've got Julian Assange, part of the plan, and Julian Assange looks like Trump's uncle, which is uncanny when we talk about the looking glass. But it's just all getting so exciting. I can't believe it. I mean, I can believe it, but it's just great when you've got a different mindset of looking at stuff in a different way, which you should have, because this is not a 3D place. It is not flat, as in a flat way of looking at, as in you're only looking at it from one way. It's multidimensional and there's many layers behind it. And if you can't get your head around that, that's why I always say, people say, oh, he says this, says that. I said, there's many different meanings to one thing, because there's many different things going on. And it's absolutely amazeballs. I listened to oh yeah, what's that? I mean, I've got the Trump book down there of Baron Trump's journey, underground journeys. We've got Behold a Pale Horse that you can listen to if you've not listened to that, in the Silent War, and what's at the end of that with the politicians from way back. So that's, it's all just fabulous to get into. And it's funny talking about books, because if you watch Freud on Netflix, you'll see why they wanted him to burn a book, and it's wonder why they did the book burnings of not getting truth out for the people. And you'll see the Illuminati in that, in a way. You will see it. It's like really good. Oh yeah, 5D chess game. Well, exactly. We all know about 5D chess game. You've got negative entities in the fourth dimensional. The fourth, what is it? The fourth. Where is it on the Q map? Fourth dimensional negative entities. I think we're here in the 3D, we go to 5D, but within that, in that space there's fourth dimensional negative entities. Trump's a 5D chess player, so is Baron. I think JFK Jr. was pretty good at it as well. That's why I said he stood in front of the Queen way back, and we know he's in charge of the monarchy, because he stood in front of her to say, sit down, bitch, I'm in control, checkmate. What? But people go, what are you talking about? It's like, you don't know what's going on. Oh, it's fantastic. So I'm going to do some cards, because I am waffling to myself. Yeah, including the last president, exactly. The last president. Oh, one's just fell out. The last president. Priestess, we've had this one before. How are you being called to step up to step up and lead? I think I'm doing it. Trying to get people into a positive ass energy. Bit Egyptian there. Sun god Ra, sun. We were watching the sun yesterday. Energy, photo. Our sun, father, son of, yeah, sun. S-U-N. Ooh. Right, the two that have landed up, because a few fell out. Oh, the two top ones are, we had this the other day, so it's saying it again, so I guess I don't have to repeat it. Lemuria. Now, it's funny that because Magenta Pixie, if you watch her channel, has got a book out about Lemuria teachings. I've just ordered 2 of her books because I do know quite a bit about it, but I'm not in the full side of it. But I have ordered 2 of the books because I love reading, and I think this is a great time to be doing your inside work more and more. We're always learning. It's brilliant to just keep going with the flow and forever learning. So creating heaven on earth, it's happening. I told you this the other day. We got it in the other day. It is happening. We're on that timeline. It's here. Lemuria. Please watch Magenta's Pixie last video, but don't get too caught up in the whole of, oh, some people don't know in the queue, you know, they still think it's a saviour. Not all of us do. Not all of us do. I've said for a start, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Even if we've got extra help from extraterrestrials from outside our realm, maybe over that way, we're still doing it ourselves. And then the last one is, as I've been saying, this word gets chucked about a lot, but starseed, what lights you up? What lights you up is going to help you through all of this. What lights you up is what they've tried to take us away from. We are lit up. We are like little light beings, little stars. They've tried to depress you and dim your light. Shine bright, star seeds. What lights you up? Joy lights you up. So do more in this time of lockdown. Do more of what you enjoy. Yes, be aware of the news. Yes, but you don't need to be in it constantly every day. It is going to bring your immune system down. Look at a little bit, maybe if you in the morning, and maybe look at a little bit after, but the rest of the day, check in on yourself, exercise, detox, read, do all the stuff that lights you up, because that's what's going to get you through all this. So that's beautiful. I'm going to leave them 3 out. And I'm going to go now because I don't even know what I was waffling on about. It was basically just big, massive hug and thank you to all of you that come in. And just a big thank you because you lot help me on here boost up my energy as well, you know. But that's the whole thing. The moral of the story is what we just said about Dave and what I said at the beginning with Dave and triggering me to trigger him to actually go and look into Q. And now he's realised what I've been saying about Trump and how he communicates, and it's not what they say it is on the media. You only have to go and look at the film and they live. I mean, that's all right in front of your face. Everything is. Please check out Freud on Netflix because you'll see how a certain something of a spiritual thing, and it is weird, but it's good, and you'll get it at the end of how they've tried to suppress certain stuff of what, you'll get it. I don't want to say anything because it's new and I don't want to say nothing. So yeah, if you want to send a coffee donation, you can. It's in chat there by PayPal, by Tapa's just put it in. You know, it's up to you because I know it's weird times at the minute, but it's all there. And I am making a lot more of a cushions because I'm loving them, and but they do take a few, you know, they do take a bit of time to make. But that one I've just shown, I think, is going to get sold. But I said to the person, don't worry about it yet because I want everyone to feel that they're okay with the money. But if you feel like, you know, you're not in fear, because I'm not, yes, you can order. But I'm just saying, I'm not like, ooh, at this time right now. But it gives me a chance to make all this stuff up because I do believe with the new, everybody's businesses that will be coming in that are already there. It's only the ones that are taken out. The corruptness has been taken out, and any maybe businesses or anything that were part of the corruptness will go down. So if you see a lot of things go down, maybe that's because they were corrupt and that's why they're not coming back. But the true people, creators, will stay. So that's good, and that's made me think as well, the divine was looking after me because I was trying to go self-employed and I left it for a bit. I felt like, I don't know, over this time that's been quite good that I didn't at the minute, if anyone knows what I'm saying. Dave Murphy missed the merge info if the stream, well, I don't get what you're saying. I know hold for him, but I don't go with the whole thing of we're still in the timeline of the New World Order and that's where we're going and it's just the same thing and that's what they want you to think, because that is not what's happening, and you can actually see that's not what's happening. We're actually on the good ass timeline, but you need to do your work as well. Dolly, make some bread. Oh, make some bread beads. Oh, yeah, I could actually, couldn't I? The thing is, it's alright if they're dreaded, because I don't think these would stay in your beard, but I could make some, unless you've got a dread in your beard, unless you put plait in your beard. But yeah, I could do. Yeah. Mind you, you only have to get a piece, don't you? You could squeeze it on. So yeah, I can look into that. Thank you for what you do. Are very uplifting. I usually miss your live streams, but always watch your videos. Thank you, Candice Hughes. That's not being big-headed. That's what I think I'm here for. I think I'm just here to uplift people. I have to uplift myself through all this, but I know it is healing, and I try and be like that every day. Yes, I can still get annoyed with my kids, and yes, I can still scream and shout, and yes, I can still get triggered. That's what we do anyway. It's a bit like Magenta Pixie said the other day in one of her videos, and it's true. You still can do all that and argue and go on, but the true essence of you and what you hold within and what the intention is of what you want and what you want to bring in is the true energy of that. So, oh, sorry, Alfie. No, I don't think he. No, of what I know, and I'm not dissing him because I like a lot of stuff he does. I don't think he is, because he's gone on about. He doesn't believe in it. He thinks it's the other side. He thinks it's the New World Order shit. He thinks it's of what I've seen. Because he shouted it out on his channel the other day and shouted it out and said it was crap. But a lot of these people, I would wholeheartedly say that they haven't even looked into it properly. They haven't gone back to the beginning. They're not looking now like Dave's just gone and done and realised a load of stuff. They're still pumping out the timeline of we're on the New World Order. They just want you to think that because everyone's saying it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Well, it's never coming. Well, it's here right in front of your face. It's had to come in waves. That's what people don't understand, because you can't just wake everyone up ages ago because they were too enthralled in it. It had a really tight grip. Don't have a tight grip now. There's not a grip because we're on a different timeline. So each to their own opinion, but it changes right in front of our face. And I think people who want to go in that timeline of like, they just want you to think that, and really they're going to make it all nice, and all of a sudden they're going to swoon down on us again, and we're all prisoners of the mind again. I don't really see how that can work when people are waking up to the lies and the secret societies of how they work. So when you know they work, they can't work in secret, because you know, and you'd be looking out for it. So bit of a daft way to wake everybody up, really, innit, to your secret invisibleness. So I just don't go with that at all. And I think a lot of people who still talk about the New World Order, you've been programmed to think that because that's what they wanted you to do, because they wanted you to stay on that timeline. And if everyone stays on that timeline of fear, then we'll go into that timeline. And if you've not moved from that timeline, that means you're not flowing with energy, you're not learning other things, you're too scared to look at something, in case you're wrong? In case your ego might just have to be burst a bit. Well, we're coming away from a false ego. But if you're not flowing, and you've still stayed there in that timeline, that's quite stale, I think. And we're always flowing, you're always learning things new. So if you can't move from that, just like Dave said to me today, he's looked at my channel from the beginning and it's just flowed and learning, and that's what we do. That's what we'll always be doing. Yeah, none of us dare want to say I told you so. I know, exactly. I'm going to say it. Not in a big-headed way. But it will be like, even Infinite Water said that the other day. Ralph from Infinite Waters, if you watch Infinite Waters. I told you so. We're going to be saying I told you so. And that's not big-headed. It's like, we told you so. Some people will do it in a big-headed way. Not that way, as in, we told you so. Get on the timeline. Why do you want to be in a... What was that? Why do you want to be in a negative ass timeline? That's you programmed into that timeline. That's how I see it. Clear the changes in front of your face right now, and everybody knows it. And it looks scary at first, because change always does. And I've said before, as an example, if you go to a new job or a new boss comes in, it's pretty scary at first. You don't like it. It's all changed. But then after a while, you're used to it. But that's where people think, yeah, they want you to think that. I don't go with all that. Yeah, they want you to. That to me is just a negative way of thinking. Constantly you're in fear and negativity. It's like you don't believe that people can be good. You don't believe that someone can come in to help for us to set ourselves free, because we are the ones we've been waiting for. Because they always shout out, Q's not a saviour. We never said it was. There's a lot of people out there who do think that in the Q community. I don't. Never said that. It was just a tool to break us down, so we could break it down, so we could actually learn how to research ourselves. That means within yourself as well. That's all it is. We are the saviours. Yes, we've had a bit of help. We needed it because the grip was so tight. So Dave's right there when they say, oh, the way, well, yeah, but once you know and you do the research yourself, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Whether you believe there's aliens out there and something's helping us and Pleiadians, all this, yeah, but that's the guidance. Because funny enough, the Pleiadians guidance is at the bottom of the Q map. Guidance. We're doing it ourselves. We have to do it. This is how we liberate Earth. So just saying, guess it's all coming and guess it's going to be like I told you so. Which side is going to be saying I told you so? But we love everybody. Yeah, man like Ralph, diving deep, the good ass prana. People need to see, people will watch that and go, oh yeah, it's good, it gives you a good vibration. Yeah, but you actually need to be doing the work within. Good ass prana and breathe that energy in, photonic light force, orbs and all that. Do the breathing techniques, do the meditations, do the work within. Yeah, Trump is a one-off, exactly. That's why people go, they get too caught up in the 3D of what was before. Yeah, but it's just that side, innit? Because that side are always the same side. Yeah, we know that. But this is different. And you can tell it's different because there's a massive difference. And what the world is thinking right now has never, ever happened in history. So, yeah, a bit of a difference. But people will still say it's the same side. And it's like, right. So they'd want the world to wake up, which they don't want to do because they're fighting very hard to still cover it over their eyes. But it ain't going to work because they can't stop what's coming. But you still think it's that side. Why the hell would you give the game away? Oh, because they want you to think that you've won and then they come in again. No, that isn't it. This is it now. We're not going to have this. This is what happens. This is what happens. But each to their own, I just think if people want to sit in that energy, sit in that energy. I just do not sit in that energy at all. Didn't really know about Q till I went and looked and researched. Yeah, because I thought actually Dave knew about it and this is why I couldn't get when he kept coming back and I was like, what the hell is he going on about? Triggered me, I triggered him, he went and looked at it and now he's seen a lot of stuff. Now he's understanding a lot of stuff, how the mainstream media works, how Trump says what he says. But like I said, it's not all to do with Trump, it's not all to do with Q. There's much more things going on behind that and it is a very unseen unseen spiritual thing. And I think, actually, before I go, something was said on, let me have a look. But people will come to that in the end because people are coming to it. Yes, just mode. Yeah, so mod. Not that one. That's about the Fed. We know about the Fed. President Trump, this is Joe Mass Pose. Yeah, the 4th of the 10th, 20, DJT, which is the other way around. In America, it's the 10th of the 4th, which is the 10th of April, because Americans put it the other way around. President Donald Trump. President Donald J. Trump, history has peaked and your place is being forever etched in stone as the one who rekindled the torch of freedom that we had come to believe had been extinguished for good, because that's what people thought and that's what I was saying before. Thank you, patriot. Thank you. He is a patriot. He's not the whole thing of it. He's a patriot that got asked to come in to help. So, yes. And then there was... Joe Maspos put something else out the other night. This is about the awakening. Q, did the spread of the alternative media uptake of your crumbs surprise you? Did you anticipate how quickly we would embrace and amplify the message? Did you expect it to take longer to gain traction, or was it all to plan? All to plan? I've seen it whap out. Since it felt natural, are you pleased at the results? Yes. What I've seen over the past week or so, I'm like amazed balls by everybody. A bit of news about the royals. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have reportedly left Canada permanently and moved to California amid the coronavirus pandemic. This is off the mainstream. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have been living in Vancouver after leaving the UK and stepping back from the roles as senior members of the royal family. Can't think why. But they are now all living in lockdown near Hollywood, with their 10-month-old son Archie in the line with California rules. Yeah, we all know they've been arrested, gone down or whatever. I'm not too sure about Harry because I think he might have been put out of the way. I don't know. I guess we'll see. And then this went about, which I think is hilarious. Prince, what's he called? Harry and William. Someone's put this up, obviously. William, dad has COVID-19. And then Harry saying, yours might, because we all know Charles isn't Harry's dad. That was hilarious. George, I don't know if this is from George, but if you know about the George magazine of JFK Jr., a hero will rise. Victory of life, Easter Sunday. A hero will rise. Resurrection. Life conquers death. God wins. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Whoop. Dun 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 dun. Whoop. Dun 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 dun. La 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 la. Some people still think it's crazy. Crazy, crazy. I don't care. The crazy lady. And I don't care. Crazy. I think Higher Realms posted Queenie now has it. Oh yeah, I think they've all got it, but we all know it's not because they've got it. We all know because it's arrest or maybe death by treasonous, who cares as long as they're not here or not stepping out in the outside world where we all are because we don't want them here. Trump has bailed out by Epstein. Trump was bailed. What are you trying to say? George 2020. Epstein was given a bit of a way out, as we know, to drop names, and also what's his name? Harvey Weinstein, can't even say his horrible name, was given a lesser sentence to squeal as well. But the thing is, these people won't be able to walk down the street, and if they ever got out of prison, I think bad things would happen to them because people know what they've done. So, and if you're not researching about Trump and what he did, and he got Epstein arrested years ago, they didn't take no notice, but obviously he was allowed out because the justice system was corrupt. Now it's not. So get ready for mass arrests and mass sentences. But these sentences are going to take a long time because it's worldwide and there's thousands involved. Even the little shitty minions that work for these people and MS-13 and all that. So don't come to me with no debate because that's what I'm saying. Go and check it out and find out the real stuff. And it's great. But like I said, the Great Awakening is more than that info. It's to do with you and your connection to divine, God, whatever you want to call it, is the step after that. So big up on your lemons and oranges and stuff like that. Keep positive. It's a frequency you need to be on. Don't be watching too much of the mainstream because things are going to come out. You might say, oh, the mainstream, well, maybe the 10 days of darkness, and you're going to start seeing the truth because it's going to get posted everywhere and it is coming soon. And I'll say that with truth and clarity because at the end of the day, when you're talking about manifestations, you talk it like it has happened. That's why we're saying we are on the timeline. It's not coming. We're on it right now. We are winning. We do win. And that's what's happening in my reality. And I know a lot of you are on that timeline as well. So, yeah, I'm going to go and chill out and start some of my other meditation mats. And any women who are interested, these little lovely little headbands are off eBay. I'll have to find the name again. I've got two. I've got a mustard one, just while my hair's drying, and this gorgeous pinky one. So I will be making some more, like I said, some dread beads, jewellery, if anyone's interested, if you've got dreads or you know anyone who's got dreads or you're thinking of getting dreads. I will count them, see if you can guess, because I can't remember how many I've got. And yeah, great times coming. So like I said, please keep checking in on your energy levels. You're tired, you go and relax. Warm baths, no electricals on, just sit with yourself and put some intentions out there. Meditating for the first time will be beautiful for you. You can meditate in your own way. I do a lot of it through drawings, but I do sit with myself a bit more now because I do go in my mind's eye and I do see things and I try to write them down like I've shown you before. It's not that I do it every day, but I do throw intentions out. I do talk to the stars and all that sounds daft. As I said to Dave today, when the stars are twinkling, I just think it's like they're communicating. It's like they're talking to me. And in my head, I do pump out, and that's why I think I saw something the other day and I haven't got a clue what it was. But just saying, do it the way you do it. But like I said, if you can go back to what I said about looking at your past self, of if you ever felt hurt, even with feeling embarrassed about something, you can put it in a bubble and you can visualize it flying away and just popping into the horizon of just energy, and it's not good or bad energy, it's just energy, and you know it's gone. Then keep doing that till you feel it's out of your system. Once you feel it's out of your system, over time you're going to realize that maybe some aches and pains you had come away from you. My sister's already done this. She was amazed yesterday. She said she's just feeling lighter. Do not take all this info too much to heart of what you find out. I am stressing this right now, and this is no joke. For all the newbies that are coming on to the truth, doesn't matter if you're into Q at the minute, you will come through it anyway. You're going to see it. If you see the stuff with adrenochrome and all the other evil stuff, it's really, really evil. Do not take all of it, and you don't have to look at all of it. We've looked at all of this. You don't have to, but be aware of it. Please don't take it into your heart energy. Please release it. Know that, yes, this sounds awful, but yes, that happened. We can't do anything about that. That happened to those people, though. That energy, I believe, will be transmuted. We're doing it now because we're in the now. I like how it tries to disconnect me when I'm talking about certain stuff. Right on the point where I'm talking about adrenochrome and stuff. But I'll say it because I'm not in favour of saying it. So please check yourself for that and release it. You can cry about it. Tears is a release of emotions. You're allowed to feel. Of course you are. You're allowed to feel angry. Don't take it out on anyone else. Sit with that anger. Sit with that pain. Cry. Scream. That's a way of releasing it as well. So when people say don't get emotional, that is bollocks. You can get emotional. You just release it. It's about not... What people mean is, what they're trying to say is, when you get emotional, don't sit with it and sit with it and sit with it where it makes you an angry person forever and residing in that hate. Just really, if that's how you release it, cry. That's what I did, and let it go, knowing there's a new way coming in and we're all doing it together. We're all in this together. It's worldwide. We are all in it together. Nobody is on their own right now. That's why you come into chat. You can see people talking about certain stuff. Whether you believe certain bits I'm talking about, it doesn't matter. We're all in it together. We are winning. We are going to get through this. We are going to see beautiful endings. It doesn't just mean that we see things in 2020 and think that's it. We're going to be doing this process throughout the next couple of years, because the people that are just coming onto the journey will come through all this, and then they'll be going into the spiritual side of it and learning how to heal themselves. And that's going to take a bit of time. You can't rush it. Yes, there is a quickening of the truth coming out that has to happen, but the healing will start, and there's a lot of us to help heal in different ways, and that can't be cheated. That can't be rushed. The information can be rushed, the flood of information, but the actual healing within you can't be rushed. You can't take a tablet to rush that. You can't cheat it. You've got to do it yourself. 7 and 17 in chat, so I'll leave it at that, because there's 7 follows me everywhere. 17, Q vibe, Q consciousness. That's all I'm saying. So please have a great weekend. I'll probably see you tomorrow, because I did say look at the stars and that. You just can't get rid of me really. But even though when I tried to go, I'm not coming on, I come on because when I feel I need to chat, I need to chat. It's like I'm being told to go and chat. So just before we go, let's take another little delve in the book of light. We'll just flick to a page, see what it says. Have compassion for all beings, rich and poor alike. Each has their suffering. Some suffer too much, others too little. By Buddha. Whatever you are going through, make sure you validate how you are feeling. Value and respect your emotions. See, just talking about emotions, as if they were someone else's. The thing is, I've said this before, especially about like rich and poor people. People out there, before I go, get too onto rich people. Well, Trump's rich. Well, they're rich. They must be elite. That's got nothing to do with it. Money, you're welcome to money. I said the other day, it's the greed of money that's evil, not money itself, because you're jealous because someone's got more money than you. If they made it through, we know there's a lot that didn't make it through good decisions, but that doesn't mean that everybody's evil because they've got a bigger house than you, or they've got more money because they actually put the work in, work their ass off to do it. But we all know there's another side to it as well, so you've got to be careful. And just because someone's rich does not mean they're not suffering. Most of the richest people suffer because they think material wealth is it, and they find out it's just the same. You still suffer. It doesn't matter how much money you've got. And by the way, just to put out there, Trump's family suffer. They don't suffer because they know how to transmute it, endure the shit that's been thrown at that family for what they have done for this earth. And people, I tell you what, that is the biggest thing. I can't wait for people to see all the people that hated him, not their fault because they were following mainstream media and regurgitating it and not thinking for themselves. Because when you ask them, oh, okay, why is he racist? Because he's built a wall. What about the Mexicans? What's that got to do with anything? Learn about MS-13 and you might learn something. Also, Dave was saying today, which, yes, I say everything's multi-layered. It means a firewall as well. A firewall of protection, as we were talking about 5G. 5G is, they can switch it on and off, like I was trying to say before about Nikola Tesla. If it was good, they'd switch it to bad, and they can switch it back the other way around, and that is what's happening. And if you have a lower frequency, it would affect you, but it's not actually as strong as people said it is, and it's all being reversed. It's all being reversed. Got told that ages ago when Trump talked about it. Everyone freaked out about, oh, he's rolling out 5G. No, he's not. He's not rolling it out. He's just changing it to a different form of energy. And also, just like the media said when he was talking about vaccines, go and get vaccines ages ago. No, he didn't say that. The media cut the beginning off where he said, media say, go and get your vaccines, go and get your vaccines. This is why people really need to switch the TV off and stop listening and find alternative news channels. And really, go and research yourself, you know? But make sure you're researching yourself within and going within and doing the work. Not saying, yeah, I know, or I'm watching certain videos. You know, there's great videos out there. Magenta Pixie, Ralph Smart, you know, from Infinite Wars, all that, actually doing it within yourself, because that's the only way you're going to heal, you know? And you will experience some beautiful, beautiful things that you are like, oh my God. And this is where the mainstream media can't tell you anything after that, because when you start having certain experiences, they can't say, oh no, that's a load of rubbish, when the world's having all these experiences, because within you, having it within you, you know it's true. They can sit there and say what they want. Yeah, don't pay TV lessons. So I'm going to go. I was going to say I'll go and watch the end of Freud, but I've seen Freud. But please go and check out Freud. And the other one I shouted out, it's really, really good. I think that's been taken over because there's stuff that's pumping out, some of it. Yeah, so enjoy, and I will most likely see you tomorrow at some point. But like I said, keep vibing high. When the sun comes out, you've got a garden, get in it. The sun is very vital right now. I mean, it's gone in today. See what I mean? But we've boosted everyone who was out and about and in the gardens have boosted themselves up with some good ass energy, because it looks like it's going a bit dark, and it might be going a bit dark, if you know what I'm saying. Keep people in to watch what's going to happen. But yeah, like I said, it was guidelines. You were allowed in your garden. You could go out, and people are going to find out all about the who-has and all that of the virus that I'm sick to death of talking about. But there you go. I'm just going to give you a bit of a frequency ding with my 528 hertz. And then I'm going. Actually, I'm going to go and watch... I saw that Laura Eisenhower had done another one, so I thought I might go and have a bit of a look over there while I'm just tidying around. You ready? 3 times. Birds going tweeting now. Breathe it in. See that book down there? Homecoming, coming home. Every time I do that, the bird tweets. Watch it, honest to God, Dave. When you see what happens at the end, when you get past it all and you're like, what's going on here? What they tried to suppress. And he's Jewish, just think about that for a bit. The ones that know the real Torah, like the lovely Roseanne Barr, who's also into Q, just in case you didn't know. Go and check her out as well. There you go. So, where we go one week ago. And like I said, remember, it's spiritual as well. And yes, I shall see you very soon. Enjoy. Bye.